Now, I'm with Matt Coleman of Toro UK, and we're standing on a very busy stand, and it's busy for a reason, Matt, isn't it? Because you were telling me earlier that your R&D guys have been busy over lockdown. They were extremely busy over lockdown.
Yeah. We've been investing more now than we ever have done, especially during COVID. And there's been a realisation that a third of the turnover of Toro globally has been on products that's come out in the last 18 to 24 months.
Wow.
So R&D and being innovative, coming out of new product is a big thing. So what we've tried to do with the stand this year is make sure that a lot of what we have is actually new products. So anyone that's visiting the show is seeing something new rather than something that's been out for a few years. So there is a lot. Every corner there's a new product. So.
Now, is there a theme to the new products that we've got? Is it something that you mentioned electrification earlier on?
Yeah, I mean, electrification's definitely coming. We're seeing it with stand-on and zero turn, and that offering is going to come into the UK in the next sort of 12 months, which is exciting. But it's been new across the board. So we've got, for instance, we're stood by a new diesel, Yanmar, 25 or 37 horsepower. So we've got that offering. We've got two new series of petrol zero turns. So petrol zero turns aren't going away anytime soon. And I think there's been a realisation that just what petrol zero turns have to offer. They're just as economical and productive as diesel is, yet it's a lot cheaper as a product than a diesel in comparison. So your return on investment, in some ways it makes sense to go petrol rather than diesel.
And then presumably people will be looking slightly longer term to the electrification and the benefits that will bring in on ongoing running costs.
Yeah, and we are working throughout, and there's, for instance, we have product that's come out in the US or is due to come out with stand-on and zero-turn battery offering, and which is exciting because when it does come out, it's going to be right. It's going to be full-on commercial. It's going to be able to last a day's worth of work rather than, for instance, 4 or 5 hours, which is obviously key. So it's nice knowing that when it does come out, it's going to be right.
Is it golf that's been driving these new products, or is it other sectors of the industry as a whole?
If anything, it's been the opposite. During COVID, Toro realised that in actual fact we have other divisions that have got a huge amount of potential that maybe we haven't focused enough on. And LCE, which is landscape contracting equipment, and Siteworks, which is our construction and forestry range, which we have here, are two divisions that have got a huge amount of potential, and which it's going that way. We've had a really good year, and that excitement's growing, and the potential, and the new product that we have coming out, even to our side, we've got 60 volt range, so that's anything from handheld equipment, 21-inch heavy duty, which has become really popular this year. So it is all coming. It's the beginning of something. So
Toro have always prided themselves in covering every base. They have all aspects of the industry covered with their irrigation and everything like that.
Exactly, and that's what our wording is from start to finish, and the idea being is that we've got an offering for pretty much every sector of the industry. So
I know that Hayter has been owned by Toro for some years now, but you're bringing it closer to the Toro family now. Would that be fair to say?
So Toro own Hayter. Toro actually own 14 companies, and so I think there isn't the realisation in a lot of areas that just how many companies Toro own. And so Toro UK head office has been based at Spellbrook, which is Hayter's manufacturing facility, and we've gone for a name change. So before now we were the company name was Hayter. We are now Toro UK Limited, and that's really just to make it far simpler. and less confusing to the customer. So I think there's always, up until now, there's been that thing of, are we Hater or are we Toro? We're Toro. Hater's not going anywhere. Hater's still a brand that we love. 75 years now. So that's not going anywhere, but it's just differentiating between the two.
Well, I've taken up a little bit of your time, Matt. It's the first day of the show.
Yep.
Delighted to see everybody in the flesh yet again, so I won't take up any more of your time. So thank you very much, and good luck for the rest of the show and the rest of the year.
Cheers. Thank you very much.